skydiving when I text you. Rose petals on the floor outside your bedroom. Sunshine whenever you smile, it's the best view.
Hello everybody, welcome to what's going to be the Windows Server 2016 setup series. I'm not really doing this, for the tutorial side of it. I'm just doing it for fun. So if you don't want to watch it and you don't fancy, watching how to set up a server and go through all that boring stuff, you don't have to be here. It's just going to be how many part series, on me setting up a server and going through it. So if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. But it's just something for me to do. I've found it really interesting recently, so I just thought I'd do a series on it. I did a community vote. I'm not sure how long ago it was now. I think from today it's like 2 days ago. I did a community vote and it stayed on 50-50 for about 2 days, so I'm just doing it. But yeah, let's just hop right into it. Okay, so let's configure our network. So we're gonna just hop into network here. I'm going to be also using Oracle VM VirtualBox for this. Yes, I have VMware, but Oracle VM VirtualBox is free and, it's there. So we're just going to use that for today. I might do a VMware series on this, I don't know. But let's just, stick to Oracle. So we're going to create our network here. You want to create a NAT network here. And it's just going to be defaultly called NAT network. You can rename it if you want. Let's just call ours, I don't know, Iron Lab network. And then let's just apply that. So then we want to hop back over to the welcome screen, and we're going to add a new virtual machine. I'm going to call this Windows Server 2016, not 17 and not 15, 2016. Windows Server 2016 there. It's going to set it to Windows 2016 64-bit there. Just change it to Windows 10 64-bit. I've had issues with setting those as that. So just keep it as Windows 10 64-bit and it'll work fine. There's no issues I've seen with it yet. Give it 4 gigs of RAM. Give it 2 CPUs. 2 CPU cores, sorry, not 2 CPUs. That would be a bit much. I'm going to give it 150 gigs. You can give it whatever you want, but for this particular series, I'm going to give it 150 gigs because I'm going to be setting it up. Hop into the settings when it's created. Okay, so this is where you would insert your disk image here. So just come up to here, click on this and choose a disk file. And then just come down here and click OK. I've chose Windows Server 2016. You'll need to download your ISO and set it up to, install Windows Server. Quick message from future me here. What you also want to do while you're in the settings is come to network here. Come to NAT network and just set it to the network we set up with Iron Lab network. I completely forgot about that while we were setting up the VM, so sorry about that. So I'm going to start this VM now, so click on start. I'm not sure what monitor this is going to open on now. Hopefully the one I'm using. And yeah, there we go. So it should just send you straight to the setup here, which it has done for me. So just boot into the setup. Okay, so let's get to just installing this now. So you can see mine's all set to English United States. That's not what I want. I want it on English United Kingdom. So just set that to your language there. Okay, so here we've got Windows Server 2016, standard evaluation, desktop experience. That's the one I'm going to be using. The reason I'm using desktop experience is just because, again, more user-friendly. It's easier to do. I've never really done command lines, so, except the terms. And here, just click on next, and now it's just going to install the Windows Server operating. Okay, so here we are now. We're in the server. Just type in your password here. I'm not going to use a very, complex password for this bit. I don't really need to. And then it should just load up. Oh, here we go. And there it is. So just type in the password you have just typed in to here. Oh, if I could type. And that should just log us straight in. We're going to just quickly install VM VirtualBox guest editions. So we have the proper drivers. So I'm just going to run it. And just like that, we're done. Okay, so you'll get to this box here. Just click, I want to restart later. So this will be this option here, and just click finish. The reason I did that is because we haven't renamed the server yet. So we're going to hop into the File Explorer, go to this PC, right click and go to Properties. And then under Computer Name, Domain, and Workgroup Settings, you want to go to Change Settings. Okay, so when this dialog box pops up, you're going to click on Change here. And then you'll see the computer name up here, which is this currently. That's not what we want it to be. We'll just call it, what's our domain going to be called? We'll just call it the Iron Lab DC01. And then just close that box there, and then you can restart now. Okay, so here when you get back to this screen, just Control-Delete and type in your password. And now we can finally, change the resolution of the server in a VM. So when it loads up, hopefully, the resolution should change. There it is. Okay, so we don't need this guy at the minute. The second thing I want to do after a reboot is to close Server Manager, hopefully. Just stopped responding. No, that's fine, we'll just minimize it for now. So the second thing I'd like to do after a reboot is to go and find the local security policy. So here. Open that up. And I like to disable password complexity. So here in account policies, password policy, and here you can see password must meet complexity requirements. That's enabled. You want to just disable that. And then you can see up here where it says maximum password age 42 days. Or 42, sorry, not whatever that came out as. Just change that to 0 and close that off. And what we can do is we can run cmd, type in gp update /force, and then that should just update everything. And what we should be able to do, updates the policy, is Control-Delete and change the password to something a bit simpler. Just for this series, it's a lot simpler if I just set a nice simple password to log on. Anyway, let's hop back into the server manager, because this is when we're actually going to need it. So we're going to add roles and features. Click on next here. next, and then next. And then here you can see where it says select server roles. We want to add Active Directory domain services. Add features, and then just click next. We're not going to add anything else right now, so just next through all that and click on install. And that's going to install Active Directory domain services. So that means we can finally start setting up the domain. Okay, so here now this will say configuration required, installation succeeded on, and your server name, which it's the Iron Lab DC01. So you can go ahead and close this window out now. There's a lot of errors going on here right now, so I think what we can do, hide these, yeah, alright. So you can see where we've got a little flag up here. You want to click on that, and then you can see it'll say promote this server to a domain controller. So let's go ahead and click on that. And this will go ahead and load up here. Then we want to go ahead and click add a new forest. So for on now, I'm going to call it the Iron Lab .internal. Hopefully that's right. Yeah, but let's just press enter. And then this will come up here. Just leave all this as default and set your password. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Just move on. And then it'll come up with the NetBIOS domain name. So this should be something like the Iron Lab. Yeah. Okay. So that looks fine. Go next. Usually you could set these up to like another drive or another server to back these up or something. We're just going to leave this as default for now. Just click on next. Next on that prompt. And then this will load up here. Requisite check. So it'll tell you to install the needed prerequisites. So you want to go ahead and install them. All the needed prerequisites. And I'll get back to you all when that's done. Okay, so your computer will have rebooted after installing that. I just skipped showing that part because I just didn't think, I needed to. But your computer will pop up with a message. It'll tell you that Windows is going to reboot, and it will reboot. And it will bring you back to here. Okay, so I think this is where I'm going to leave off episode 1. In episode 2, what we're going to do is, set up Active Directory and make like loads of group policies and, configure all of that. So I hope you all enjoyed the series. Just a new little thing that I thought would be a bit fun for me. So yeah, I will see you all in episode 2.